Fences by August Wilson, Act 2, Scene 2. It is 6 months later, early afternoon. Troy enters from the house and starts to exit the yard. Rose enters from the house. Troy, I want to talk to you. All of a sudden, after all this time, you want to talk to me, huh? You ain't wanted to talk to me for months. You ain't wanted to talk to me last night. You ain't wanted no part of me then. Why you want to talk to me now? Tomorrow's Friday. I know what day tomorrow is. You think I don't know tomorrow's Friday? My whole life ain't done nothing but look to see Friday coming, and you gotta tell me it's Friday? I want to know if you're coming home. I always come home, Rose. You know that. There ain't never been a night I ain't come home. That ain't what I meant, and you know it. I want to know if you're coming straight home after work. I figured I'd cash my check, hang out at Taylor's with the boys, maybe play a game of checkers. Troy, I can't live like this. I won't live like this. You living on borrowed time with me. It's been going on 6 months now, and you ain't been coming home. I be here every night of the year. That's 365 days. I want you to come home tomorrow after work. Rose, I don't mess up my pay. You know that now. I take my pay and I give it to you. I don't have no money, but what you give me back. I just want to have a little time to myself, a little time to enjoy myself. What about me? When's my time to enjoy life? I don't know what to tell you, Rose. I'm doing the best I can. You ain't been home from work but time enough to change your clothes and run out. You want to call that the best you can do? I'm going over to the hospital to see Alberta. She went into the hospital this afternoon. Looked like she might have the baby early. I won't be gone long. Well, you ought to know. They went over to Miss Pearl's and got Gabe today. She said you told them to go ahead and lock him up. I ain't said no such thing. Whoever told you that is telling a lie. Pearl ain't doing nothing but telling a big fat lie. She ain't had to tell me. I read it on the papers. I ain't told them nothing of the kind. I saw it right there on the papers. What'd it say, huh? It said you told them to take him back. Then they screwed that up, just the way they screw everything up. I ain't worried about what they got on the paper. Say the government send part of his check to the hospital and the other part to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that if that's the way it works. I ain't made up the rules about how it works. You did Gabe just like you did Corey. You wouldn't sign the paper for Corey, but you signed it for Gabe. You signed that paper. The telephone is heard ringing inside the house. I told you I ain't signed nothing, woman. The only thing I signed was the release form. Hell, I can't read. I don't know what they had on that paper. I ain't signed nothing about sending Gabe away. I said send him to the hospital. You said let him be free. Now you done went down there and signed him to the hospital for half his money. You went back on yourself, Troy. You're gonna have to answer for that. See now, you've been over there talking to Miss Pearl. She done got mad because she ain't getting Gabe's rent money. That's all it is. She's liable to say anything. Troy, I seen where you signed the paper. You ain't seen nothing I signed. What she's doing got papers on my brother anyway. Miss Pearl telling a big fat lie, and I'm gonna tell her about it too. You ain't seen nothing I signed. Say, you ain't seen nothing I signed. Rose exits into the house to answer the phone. Presently, she returns. Troy, that was the hospital. Alberta had the baby. What'd she have? What is it? It's a girl. I better get on down to the hospital to see her. Troy, Rose, I gotta go see her now. That's the only right. What's the matter? The baby's alright, ain't it? Alberta died having the baby. Died? You say she's dead? Alberta's dead? They said they done all they could. They couldn't do nothing for her. The baby? How's the baby? They say it's healthy. I wonder who's gonna bury her. She had family, Rose. She wasn't living in the world by herself. I know she wasn't living in the world by herself. Next thing you're gonna want to know if she had any insurance. Troy, you ain't gotta talk like that. That's the first thing that jumped out of your mouth. Who's gonna bury her? Like I'm fixing to take that task for myself. I am your wife. Don't push me away. I ain't pushing nobody away. Just give me some space, that's all. Just give me some room to breathe. Rose exits into the house. Troy walks about the yard with a quiet rage that threatens to consume him. All right, Mr. Death, see now. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take me and build me a fence around this yard. See? I'm going to build me a fence around what belongs to me. And then I want you to stay on the other side. See? You stay over there until you're ready for me. Then you come on. Bring your army. Bring your sickle. Bring your wrestling clothes. I ain't going to fall down on my vigilance this time. You ain't going to sneak up on me no more. When you're ready for me, when the top of your list say Troy Maxon, that's when you come down around here. You come up and knock on the front door. Ain't nobody else got nothing to do with this. This is between you and me, man to man. You stay on the other side of that fence until you're ready for me. Then you come up and knock on that front door. Anytime you want. I'll be ready for you. The lights go down to black.